I'm going to share my screen on my phone. All right, you guys should be able to see it now. All right, so here we go. MT4. All right, boom, bada bing, bada boom. All right, so uh,
I'm sorry,
you.
Bain. That picture is so cute.
Oh yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, my little one. She's just something. And shout out to all my fellas with daughters. I know you guys know, that feeling that we got with our baby girls that our little boys just don't give us, right? You know what I mean? It's a special thing. But shout out to all my fathers out there, because again, daddies are one thing, but fathers are another. In your girl's life and your child's life, doing your thing, and just not making excuses. I respect you guys, and I definitely salute. All right, so here we go. Right, we open up the MT4, and as a newbie, okay, this app is not like Instagram. It's not like any social media app you ever use. So you go and you get this bad boy for the first time, and you're like, man, what the he double hockey sticks is this, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these numbers, you don't know what this stuff means, and you're just like, this is ridiculous. Okay, well, let's go through it. All right, so at the very bottom, all right, this is the tab at the bottom left where you got the two arrows. Okay, this is where you get to see all of your pairs. All right. Now, at the very top, right, where there's a plus sign, the top right, where there's a plus sign and there's an edit button. If you hit the plus sign, okay, this is where you get to look for all of the pairs. All right. So a lot of times you guys will see these plays get called out, and it tells you that we're buying or we're selling a particular pair. Well, you'll come here, right? You'll be in your MT4, right? And you'll see all of these pairs that are here, but you don't see the one that you need. Okay. Um, okay, cool. I got you 360. All right, yeah. Give me a second. All right. My stuff closed out. But 360, I got you. Don't worry. Um, so yeah, you'll see all of these pairs listed, but you don't see the one that you need. So how do you how do you find it, right? This is how you do it. You hit the plus sign, all right, and you can go into each one of these folders, right? But this, from my broker, you guys can see it, like they got forex crosses, they got cryptos, they got metals, energies, index, index minis, US shares, EU shares, right? They got the crosses, they got the majors, they got the minis, they got the futures, right? Because that's what my broker provides, right? An opportunity for me to access all of these particular securities, right? But if your broker doesn't, you're not going to see all of these folders, right? You're just going to see the folder of what they provide you guys the ability to trade or invest in, right? So, you can go into, like, if I know that the pair is in like one of the majors, right? Then I'll go to Forex majors, right? But I don't want the pro really, so I just want so I don't really see the category that'll just show as like Forex regulars, but you know you'll get an idea of which folder to go into based on how it's labeled. But the quickest way, obviously, is to go in the search box and then we type euro. Right, so once you type EUR, right, for euro, you're going to get all the pairs that it finds, right? And they even have them categorized under what category they kind of belong in, right? So these are Forex exotics, right? So you got your euro Singapore, euro Turkish, euro Norwegian, et cetera, right? If we keep scrolling, we got our crosses, right? Our EJ is a big one. Our euro AUD, euro pound, euro cat, euro New Zealand, euro Swiss franc. All of those pairs are some pairs that really move. All right, so if anybody was kind of looking for which pairs move, the Forex crosses for the euro crosses, all of these, what you guys notice why they call it a cross is because there's no dollar in it. Okay, so it's all the other currencies against each other. When they're all the other currencies are against each other, they're mainly called cross pairs, right? But if any currency is against the dollar, it's a major pair. All right, that's what that's about. All right, and then you got a whole bunch of options to choose from, right? But let's just say we wanted the EJ. All right, so we click it, right? We hit the EJ. One of the things that you guys are going to notice, like, what if I was looking for the EJ right now, right? And I type euro, but I didn't see the EJ anywhere. Well, guess what? that means it's already showing on your list. Okay, so then you got to go back and you just got to scroll up or down and find it, right? So a lot of times they are there, but you just overlooked it. Okay, so or if you're searching for one and you don't happen to find it, chances are it's because it's already in the list. All right, so this is how to add something that you don't have showing on your pair watch list. This is how to add it. Okay, now if we go back, if we hit edit, okay, this is how to rearrange them to make them look how you want them to. A lot of times what I do, right, is I place them in alphabetical order. So I see this odd CAD, I take it, I drag it up, right? I see the odd JPY, I take it, I drag it up, right? I see the odd CHF, I take it, I drag it up, right? So now I got all my odds showing at the top, right? And then I got, the rest of it I can organize, put my euros up, right? Put my pounds next, my New Zealand, and then my dollars last, right? So I do that, right? And there it is. I have it organized and I just hit back. So now the odd is first, all my odd stuff is first. That's basically what you guys can see. But now, if I hit edit again, what if I don't want all this other stuff? I can hit delete, okay? And I can go ahead and delete all of these pairs just by checking the box, right? And hitting delete. So now when I go back, now all I have is my odd pair showing. Well, I didn't get rid of the Euro USD. I don't think they let me. Yeah. So it's one of those pairs you can't get rid of. All right. But regardless, that's the first part, okay, guys, of finding your pair by hitting that plus sign, going through the folders if you want, or just doing it the fast way by searching it. Make sure you pick the right one, okay? So make sure you be careful and you read it, because if I tell you, hey, buy the Euro USD, don't come in here, type in Euro and you see Euro SGD or GSD or whatever, and you go ahead and click that real quick and you thought you got it, you didn't. All right, you got to read it carefully. Make sure you're picking the right one. All right, so I get rid of that one. I don't need it. Boom, bam. All right, so we're back. All right, so that's the first tab at the bottom. It's just where you get to see your pairs, and then you can add them, you can remove them, you can rearrange them. That's what that's about. Second tab at the bottom. Here's the chart. Now, on my particular chart, I was able to color it and get it to look all nice and pretty. Okay, but it doesn't come like this by default. All right, let me just try to see if I go to the menu and then I go to settings. Okay, and if I go to customize, all right, let me see, is there, let's see. All right, so there's no reset button to show you how this stuff looked originally. Let me just see. Uh, yeah, but you guys can open it up right now and you can see, what those charts look like. All right. But that's basically where you'll go to change it up, right? If you you'll hit the menu, you'll go to settings at the bottom, and then you'll come here under color, or it says color right here, customize color scheme. You'll choose that. And just like we did on the computer, right, where we changed the colors around and we did all that, you could do the same thing right here. All right, so you'll choose custom, because here, this is how you'll normally see it. So green on black. All right, and I hit done and I go back. That's what you'll normally see, right? And really, you won't even see it with the candles looking like that. You'll see the candles. Where was it? Oh, so if I go to settings, line type, so bar chart. All right, this is what you guys are kind of get in the mix of getting into this and seeing. And you guys can already tell, again, just like from the computer, this is nonsense, right? Who can make sense out of all of these lines right next to each other, just looking like it's code for like aliens or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't understand this. We have no idea what this stuff means, right? So, I look at this as like, whoever, like, I'm born and raised in the county of Dade, right? I should know Spanish, but I don't, right? So I look at this as like Spanish, right? So how do I get Google to translate this for me where I can understand it better? Oh man, you know what? Elizabeth, I'm so sorry. I meant to turn on the closed caption earlier because you did talk about that as one of your suggestions, and I thought that was a great idea. I just wanted to point that out. So I forgot to turn it on just now, but I also want to show you that.
It's on, Bain.
No, it's on right now. I just turned it on, but I should have turned it on from like the beginning of the meeting. I just completely forgot all about it. And then there's a way where I can translate this. So like I'm gonna try this Google Translate thing and choose another language. I'm going to say Spanish. So I found out this was really cool. Hold on. All right, boom, Spanish. So I'm going to translate. All right. Hola. Oh, I'm speaking in Spanish now. I'm tripping. So now, as I'm just regularly speaking, it should be trying to translate it in Spanish. So I thought that was really cool. So for anyone who speak Spanish, right? You know what I mean? If you guys don't understand my English too well or whatever the case may be, or you know, whatever, you just want to have something where maybe somebody else, you know, they don't understand English, but they want to kind of like follow along. If they're in the meeting, right, they can read the caption and it should translate it, my English, into Spanish for them. So that was again, Elizabeth, really great suggestion, really cool idea. Something I definitely think is going to help the group out. So hopefully you know, all the rest of the moderators and analysts, we can utilize something that can do this for you guys. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna, you know, kind of discuss it sometime, you know, when we have our little meetings and things like that. But yeah, I just remembered that as I was talking about Spanish. So I'm just gonna turn this off for now. Let me just go back. Okay, now I got everything in Spanish. All right, hold on, give me a second, guys. I gotta reach into my lingo here. Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so now, all right, so I'm back to English now. So I'm gonna turn off the closed caption. But very awesome suggestion, Elizabeth.
Thank you. It's on now. I can see different languages now, in
Oh,
fact.
very nice, very nice. So again, guys, just back on the chart really quick. You know, this is Spanish to me, right? So I can't make this out. So I need to change it. What do? Right? I go back to settings or hit the menu, then go to settings, right? And now I'm gonna change it from a bar chart to candlestick. Okay, I did that first on the chart, and then colors, right? Go to color scheme. Instead of the black on green or the black on white, choose custom. All right. And now, you know, we got a white background. I want a black background, right? Well, let's go with white, right? And then grid, right? I don't want no grid, so I want it white because my background's white, so I want my grid to be white. That way I don't see a grid. Okay. My bar up, I'm gonna make them. Thank you, boo boo. Okay, I got it. My bar up, I'm gonna make them pink. All right, because I'm feeling like that today. Bar up. So my bar down, let's go with light blue. All right. My bull candle, again, that's going to be my pink. And then my bear candle, it was on white. That's going to be my little blue. All right. My line chart, I'm going to make that black. And then my bid, again, I told you guys about the ass lines, right? That's after you get into a trade, those will show up. So boom, I'm gonna hit done. All right, now I go here and the next section at the bottom was charts, right? So here now I got charts, but one of the things that I noticed is that my numbers are all white and I can't even see them, right? So I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go to settings, go to the colors, all right, and which one was white here? So the foreground was white, so I think I want to make that one black. Let me take a look at that. And yeah, so now the numbers are in black, right? But my candles are so cotton candy, right? You know what I'm saying? But you can kind of see now it's way better than like the matrix stuff that we were looking at. So look at that, right? Now there's these little dotted lines, right? I can change that in the settings as well. I think that's giving me the session breaks. So if I hit the menu, go to settings, so let's look, open, high, low, and close, show trade levels, independent chart. Here it is, show period separators. So I'm going to uncheck it. All right. And I'm going to go back to the chart and boom, there you have it. Right. So there's no lines in between showing you the separate days and stuff like that. Right. Now my indicators are on there, but they're white, so you can't really see them. Maybe I'll change the colors on those. But boom, you guys get to see that now, you know, these look better, right? You can at least tell where there's a W, right? You can at least tell where the swings are, right? You can at least tell which one were bulls or bear candles, right? All of this stuff. You can't tell any of this from before, right? You know what I mean? With having that default thing that it had. So again, people, you know, play around with that however you want to make it look, you know, whatever colors you need to. But that's what that's about. All right. How to do that. So again, first tab, that's where all your charts are. Second one, this I'm sorry, was where all your pairs are. Second uh option at the bottom is where your chart will be. Okay, so here, you know, how do you get to like make it show you the chart that it wants to show you? Hold on, let me give my son some time. All right, so how do you get it to be on the Euro USD? Well, if you go to quotes, which again is the one at the bottom, all you have to do is click and hold, and then you'll get new order, open chart, symbol properties, or view, simple view mode. All I really want is open chart. So I go to open chart, and now it switches it over to the AUD CAD. It was on the Euro USD, but now it's on the AUD CAD. Another way to change it without having to go back to, you know, your quotes and press and hold it to hit open chart. Another quick way to change it is right here where this little dollar sign is, right? So that dollar sign, it shows you all the same pairs that you have on your quote. So it's a way of quickly changing from one pair to another. All right. So now I'm on the AUD CAD, but I'm going to press AUD JPY, and now it switches it. Here you got the 1 hour time frame that is showing you that I'm on. Another quick way to change the time is right next to it, right here. That little button right there is where you can change the time frame. So now I want to go to the daily. I just click on it. Boom, it switches it. Another way to do that, right, is if you press, all I did was just tap on the screen, and it brought up this little circle. I use this little circle a lot, guys, to navigate on this MT4 app, right? So again, I just tap, it comes up, and now I can change my time. So I just hit 4 hour, boom, it changes to 4 hour. So I looked at the 4 hour, I see what I want to see. Now I go to the 1 hour. Okay, boom. Now I see what I want to see. Again, I just keep going down, right? That's how I change the time. Just tap, change the time. Also, what you can do is when you tap, here's a little crossbar right here, the one that looks like a plus symbol. So I hit that, and now I get a crossbar that I can move around. So I can get exactly what the price is at this low. This price is 90.779. Right now, what if I want to put, now to get this crosshair off, you got to hit the crosshair at the top. So this on the very top, like near the upper right, where it has the F, the dollar sign, you know, the time, and the new order. If you hit the crosshair, that'll make it go away. So pressing it and unpressing it makes it goes away, right? So sometimes, like again, when you have it on here, now you're wanting to zoom in and zoom out, but you can't because the crosshair is taking control. So what you got to do first, you got to take the crosshair off, and now you can zoom in and zoom out all you want to. Okay, so one of those things you guys got to remember. Um, um, but you know, what if I want to draw, like, you know, support and resistance and things like that? So what I do is I tap, right, and where you see this circle, this square, and this triangle, those are your drawing tools. All right, so I'll take that, right, and now you got all of these options for drawing. Okay, you got shapes, right, you got trend lines, right, you got Fibonacci, you got, you know, a few things that you can draw, right? What I want is a rectangle. Okay, so boom, I click on it, and I just click and drag. Okay, so I started over there, and I just dragged it over here. So now I got, you know, I can edit it. If you double click on, you know, the drawing, you can edit it, right? And now I want it to be a little thicker. I want it to be 4 pixels, right? I want it to be fill, right? So I want the, like, it just showed the outline as red, but I want the whole body of what I did to be red, right? I can rename it. I can put it at a particular point, right? By changing the numbers, I could do all of that. But all I really wanted to do was have it fill and make it thicker, right? So done. So now you guys see how that looks on there, right? If I go in this mode, look at that. Look at how beautiful that supporter, or that support area looks, right? And I could zoom in and do all of that good stuff and get closer, and boom, boom, boom. You guys get the idea, right? You know what I'm saying? This is a way to do that, right? So all your drawing tools are right there on the chart. Just click on it, hit the little circle, square, triangle. That'll give you your drawing tools. You'll put it on there. You'll figure out how to do that, right? Your crosshair, this is good when you're trying to get a particular price or whatever, what have you, right? And then you could just click it off. The big part, right? The next section right here. This is where your account will show what your balance is, right? And then if you're in any trades, they will show here on this screen, okay? And then you can sort them, right, by the order time, by the order ID. You can sort them by the time that you took them. You can sort them by the symbol, right, the actual pair that you traded, and then you can sort it by the profit. So if you're in a few trades that you're losing, and you're in a few trades that you're winning, well, if you sort it by profit, it'll show you the ones that you're winning first, down to the ones that you're losing, and vice versa. Okay, so that's what that is. Also, you can place an order from here. So this is the screen that will show you your orders, but this is also the screen where you can place an order. So that order option to place, I mean, the button to place the order is up here in the upper right, that plus sign with the little paper. Hit it, right? Okay, so now I guess it wants me to choose. Okay, well, basically because it's not live, right? So it's not bringing it up. But let me see if it'll bring it up this way. So if I just click and hold, all right, I got new order. All right, boom, it'll bring it up this way. All right. And this is what you guys, this is the part that you guys need to know the most. I probably should have went over this first, but here we are. All right. So market execution, again, this is when we want to get in the trade right away, right? At whatever price it is. So if I send out a call and I say buy now, you guys need to be doing a market execution order. Okay. So in the Bain channel, it'll be the details of the trade, and the one that says buy now or sell now, they're both market execution orders. Now, from time to time, you guys see me send out a buy stop or a sell stop order. Okay, these are pending orders. All right, that means that when you place these trades, you're not in a trade right away because price has not gotten to whatever number you put in that you want it to get to activate your trade. Okay, again, these are pending orders, people. You guys have to remember this because sometimes somebody will make a mistake and they'll hit a buy stop for a market order, right? I say buy now, I didn't say buy stop, but you put it on buy stop, and now you put in the numbers, right? You put in the entry price, right, of where we got in, and then you put in the stop loss and take profit, and you think you're hitting the right thing. Well, you're not, right? This order probably won't even go through, with the number that you put in, right? It may not even go through, but let's just say it happens to go through, right? Because price could dip down from where we called it. And then if you put the number that we got in, it'll be above. So that'll be legitimate for a buy stop. So you'll put it in and the order will go through, but that's not the kind of order that I wanted you guys to get in, right? When I called it, I wanted you to get in at the closest of where price was at that moment of when I called it, not any lower, not any higher, right? So that's just kind of what that is. But these orders are pending orders, and when you place them, any one of these buy stop, sell limit, or buy limit, when you place them, they're going to be in the system ready to activate. But once your number is hit, then it'll be activated, and it'll have, you already preset your stop loss and your take profit. So it's just one of those things that, again, I use very heavily because I'm a busy person, and I may not always be at my phone or at the computer to be able to place the trade, right? But I know it's on the way, right? Because I analyze the chart, and I know that if I'm wanting, I might be waiting for a pullback, and then I want price to get to a certain number, because if it gets there, then I know it's going to take off. Well, my pending order is going to be at that number, so that when it gets there, it's going to activate my order, and it's going to go in the direction that I analyzed it to go in. But it's all going to happen automatically without me having to do a thing, because I placed that order ahead of time. It's just like what you guys do right now in real life with Uber. All right. If you guys do a pickup order, okay, Uber Eats, right? This is a pending order. This is a pending order. The order is not going to be filled until you go and pick it up. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, once you go and pick up the order, now your order's filled, right? Or better yet, once they receive payment, right? You know what I'm saying? So you can put the order in, but y'all know how the app goes. You place your order, right, and then it says, oh, the Wingstop, they're checking your order and they're getting ready, and then boom, it says, okay, order was accepted. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they've validated your payment, and they got their money, so now they're gonna make your food. Right? You understand what I'm saying? But if your money was looking funny and they couldn't process it, right, then that order was never going to get filled. So in terms of Forex, if price never gets to that number, your order is never going to get filled, and you're never going to be in a trade. But that's what pending orders are about. But again, we'll hold it, hit new order. All right. Make sure you're on the right pair. All right. Market execution is almost 90% of the time what we're going to be doing. All right. Here, your lot sizes. So right now it's on 5 micros. Okay. If you hit this minus all the way on the far left, this minus 0.1, you'll see that it goes all the way down to 0.1 micro lot. If you hit the one all the way on the right, you see that it changes the mini area. Okay, so what you guys got to pay attention to, right, is if we started from the left, right, the minus 0.1, it's talking about the number that's right after the decimal. Okay. And then if you look at the next one, the minus 0.01, it's talking about the second number after the decimal. Okay. So please pay attention to that. All right. Because as you're hitting these two buttons, right, on either side, you're going to change the number that's in that place of the decimal after the decimal. All right. So if I hit this number over here, you see how it's 11? Before, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. It's going to change that first one after the period to a 0, but only if I hit this one all the way on the far left. So I'm going to hit it. Boom. You see, it changed that. But now if I go on the right and I hit it, you see it changed it right behind the decimal, made it 1. I'm going to hit it again. Changed it right behind the decimal, made it a 2. Hit it again. Right behind the decimal, made it a 3. So now I'm changing the number that's the first number after the decimal. But what about if I wanted to change the second number after the decimal? Well, that's what this one is for, the plus 0.01. So I hit it, watch it go from 1 to 2. Boom. Hit it again, 3. You guys get the idea, right? So now what if I want to make this 40? So I'm going to hit the minus 0.01. That way it changes that number, that second number after the decimal. Boom. You understand what I'm saying? So guys, this is a quick way. Like even if you hold it, so I believe if you hold it, so sometimes it did it. Okay, I guess it's not doing it right now, but I remember one time I used to be able to hold it and it'll just cycle down through the numbers really quick. But you can just press it really fast, right? And you know, it'll do its thing. All right. But here, making it all the way down to 0.01. This is a micro lot. This is the lot size that I want everybody to be taking on the trades that I call out, right? So there's hardly ever a time where I want you guys to take out a mini lot or a standard lot, all right? Because the reason why is I don't know your account size. I don't know what you're able to withhold or maintain, you know, when we get into a certain kind of trade. But I know at a micro lot, you will not have your account blown taking trades from us. Okay, no matter what your account size is, right? You can have $20 in your account, right? And you got to lose 200 pips in order to blow your account. All right. So, and again, in that regards is why I don't really recommend you guys have like less than $100 to start out with. All right, because we can lose 200 pips in a week. Okay, but you know, again, chance of it happening on one particular trade is highly unlikely. Okay, but that's what that's about. So this, go ahead.
Or 0.02 equate to like 20 cents or something.
0.02, yes. So if I hit that number, boom, like this, and make it look like this is 2 micro lots, and you're absolutely right. It equates to making 20 cents per pip.
All right, cool. And also, what's the difference between a buy stop and a buy limit?
Okay, so one thing that you got to check out in here. So if I do limit here, and you'll see market order types explained in detail: buy stop, buy limit, sell stop, sell limit. Now I'm going to explain it to you really quick. Just mute yourself for me for a second, time, because I'm hearing some feedback. All right, cool. Appreciate that. The buy limit. Okay. All your stop orders, okay, your buy stop and your sell stop, they are always going to be going in the same direction, period. So that's the first thing that you guys got to know about the stop orders. A buy stop means that you expect price to go up, and then you expect price, once price gets to wherever this number is, all right, so let's say price is at 0, but you're saying to yourself, I think price is going to get to 2, all right, and you want to get in when it gets to 2. And then after it gets to 2, you think that it's going to go higher than that. So after it gets to 2 is when it gets to 2, it fills your order. And now it has placed you in for a buy at the number 2. So you expected it to go higher. So you expected it to go to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? But you wanted to get in at 2 first, because if it got in at 2 from 0, well, that tells you it's going up. But now you expect it to go a little higher because of how you analyze the chart. So first, price needs to go up, get to 2, hit your buy stop order, activate it, and then you'll be in a buy on that pair. And then as long as price goes up, you're going to make your money. But that's the direction that you're expecting it to go. So buy stop is you want price to get to a higher number, and then you expect it to continue going higher. So if you guys notice with the way that I said that, everything is going in the same direction. It's all going up. Okay, nothing's going down. Sell stop, same concept. You're waiting, you're at 0, but you want price to get to -2. Okay, and when price gets to -2, your order is going to be filled, but then you're going to be in as a sell order. So you're going to want price to go down even further for you to make money, but you expect it to go down even further. That's why you place a sell stop order. Okay, so again, with the sell stop, you're wanting price to go down, fill your order, and now continue going down. So nothing has changed in the direction. Buy stop, everything's shooting up. Sell stop, everything's shooting down. Okay, that's buy stop and sell stop in a nutshell, right? The limits, okay, the limits are the tricky one, right? Where this confuses everybody most of the time. But a limit is you want price to go in one direction first, but then you expect it to go in the opposite direction next. Okay, so in our same scenario, price is at 0. You expect it to get to 2, but when it gets to 2, you don't expect it to go up anymore. You expect it to reverse and start going down to 1, 0, -1, -2, etc., right? That's what that is. That's a buy limit, right? So really, you got to look at the first word, right? Because that's always going to be the kind of order that you're going to be in. So a buy limit is really all it's saying is that you expect price to go down first, and then you expect it to go up, right? Because you want to get in for a buy. A sell limit is you expect price to go up first and then start falling and going down, which you'll be in a sell. So you guys have to really understand those, and this is the best way to understand it is come and watch this video, because I really break it down in that video so that you guys can understand how I use these pending orders and how you can use these pending orders to free up your time to catch those trades that happen overnight and develop overnight, right? To just really kind of free yourself up from not having to be ball and chain to the chart 24/7. That's what that's all about. All right.
Real quick.
Yeah.
So like the buy limit, right, would be
Mhm.
like you seeing a trade go towards the resistance, and then you expect it to go up.
That's no. You
Oh,
see
going
price
towards
is going towards the resistance, but then you expect it to go down after it gets to resistance.
Oh, you're right.
You with
And
me?
that's the buy limit.
That's a buy limit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Buy limit is no, price is going down to support, right? And so it's going down first, and then you're getting in for a buy for it to go up. So buy limit means that it's going to go down first, but then it's going to go up. And the
Yeah.
sell limit means it's going to go up first, and then it's going to go down.
Gotcha. And for the what's the thing called? The stops, the buy stops and stuff. That's kind of like options when you expect when they like hit a strike price and then keep going up.
Exactly. That is
All right.
exactly that. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it too.
All right, thank you.
No worries. So just wrapping this up, guys, on the chart here. So again, that's where you'll put your lot size, right? So we know this is a mini lot, okay? I'm sorry, that's a micro lot. This is a mini lot, 0.10. So this is where you make $1 per pip, all right? And then here is your standard lot. This is where you guys want to aim for, right? You guys want to aim for this standard lot. How can you aim for this? Continue to make deposits in your broker account, whatever you can afford. I remember for me, it used to be only $5 a week. You know what I'm saying? And then it got up $10, $20, whatever I could start affording more, right? That's what I did, right? Because I knew that I had to do something to try to make some other means of income, right? And it took sacrifice, right? So something that maybe I would have went to a very nice restaurant and spent that money. I know how I am, right? I get to these nice places. Yeah, let me get the lobster and the shrimp and woo, right? I'm finna spend a good grip on my food. So I had to take that sacrifice. I'm like, oh man, I'm finna go, just go to one of my regular, Jamaican restaurants or something like that. Just keep it simple, right? You know what I'm saying? From an expensive standpoint, right? So I had to make that adjustment, that sacrifice, whatever you want to call it, to take some of that money and put it towards my my broker account to trade with. And I'm telling you guys, best decision I ever made. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? I don't regret not having no loss in stake, because now I can really get it. You know what I'm saying? I can get, hey, let me get the 54-ounce fried, died, laid to the side. You know, I be talking all kind of, stuff to try and, like, when I go to these nice restaurants and stuff like that, because now it's a different story. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now I might not be hurting if I do something. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just like, oh, you want some too? Yeah, let's get the extra truffle butter on there. Yeah, 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 yeah. I want all that, right? It's gonna pay off, right? But you got to make the sacrifice initially, and then everything will come back to you. It's an investment, right? You know what I'm saying? You're trying to see what your return gonna be, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all whining and dining these potential candidates, right? You understand what I'm saying? But at some point in time, you're gonna be trying to see what's up with your investment, right? You know what I'm saying? If you're getting any kind of return on this investment that you putting in on them. Same thing with the ladies. Ladies, y'all cooking and y'all cleaning, y'all treating them like a king. Y'all want to know when he finna put this ring on your finger, right? So we all are making sacrifices in our daily lives, right? To have some kind of return on our investment. I mean, to invest in something to have some kind of return. So it's the same thing here, guys. Y'all gotta keep putting some kind of money up in your broker account that y'all can afford, to put in there, right? Where you don't need it. Okay. And if you lose it, you can be okay with it. Nobody's really okay with losing money. I get it. Somebody probably want to say that to me. Like, nah, man, we can't be okay with losing money. That's no, we can't do that. Yeah, I'm with you. I know what you mean. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's not really an okay thing. But in the world of trading and investing, it's something that will happen. And you have to understand, well, how do you think you're going to feel about that? If you think you're going to not like that, well, then you might want to stay away from this. Okay. Maybe you want to get the money the old fashioned way. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Where you put in the work and you're finna get paid. That's it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no loss there. But here, there's going to be losses, and you gotta accept it. All right. But we want to get to that standard lot. So keep depositing money every week into your account until you can get $500 in there, $1,000 in there, because now you're able to take out a standard lot, especially if you got leverage of 1 to 500, like if you're using my broker. But any leverage, 1 to 50, 1 to 100, any leverage will probably help you take out a standard lot, right? All you need is one trade, people. I know I give out a lot of trades, but all y'all need is one trade. All right, whichever one y'all see me throwing out those trades, don't think y'all got to take each one of them. You can, right? You can absolutely take all of them, but look at them. Look at which one looks the best to you. Look at what I say, with how many pips we're gonna catch, how many pips we're gonna risk. Find out which one you like the most, where you can go in on that one trade, right? To get the biggest lot size that you can get, that you can afford. Because if it works out in your favor, well, guess what? You just took one trade that possibly made you, $1,000. And now you can take now you can take your deposits, right? You can take those out, right? And now you play with house money, people. I've done it. It's a wonderful feeling to put up $1,000, get into a trade, make $1,000, take my money out, and now I just rinse and repeat. Okay. Another thing that we haven't talked on or talked about a lot is taking your profits, right? So sometimes you guys get these trades, you make some money, right? So let's say you get into a trade, you make $500. Well, what you end up doing is you keep the $500 in your account, and then you start to get into more trades and other trades. Well, this is what you should start doing: is whatever amount of money you had in your account was enough for you to get into a trade where you can make $500. And you did. You make the $500, go ahead and take $250 and go withdraw it right now. Go withdraw it right now. You can draw $350. I mean, it was 500, so half of that, right? You can even do $350, or you can even do $450. Take the money out, because now you can rinse and repeat with either the same amount that you had, or maybe just a little bit extra in there, right? And now you can rinse and repeat and do that same process over again, make another $500. So it's almost like you're not really taking away, like it's like you just keep using the same amount of money over and over again to make even more money, right? Instead of trying to do the whole compound thing where you win a trade, you leave the money in there, so now you can go and take out a bigger size and make more money, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, that's the world of compounding it. But another thing that you guys should just try to start doing, so it'll feel better, all right, it'll feel so much better, is you make $100, you take out 25, you take out 50, you take out 75, whatever amount, you leave some in there, right? You just leave a little bit of something in there that was the extra profit, right? But now you just got to be more, and this is gonna force you to be more in tune with what you're doing, because now it's almost like you're starting from scratch again. So you started with $100, you made 500, right? You took out the 500, took out 400. Now you with 200, but now you want to, you're gonna look at that. Your mind is, you should have had 6, but now you only have 2. You understand what I'm saying? So you're gonna be more cautious and careful about your trades than you would be if you had $600 in there. You got $600, you feeling good. You're like, okay, I'm about to go double up, I'm about to triple down, boom, boom, boom. And the next thing you know, you just lost all $600. But guess what? You were up, and you could have took that money. So please, guys, like, kind of get used to doing withdrawals the same kind of way that you do your your deposits, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you deposit on Monday, get ready to withdraw on Friday. All right, or even Wednesday, right? You know what I'm saying? Just get kind of in the mix of doing that. All right, so that's what that's about. All right, orders. All right, this previous this history window, this is again like after your orders have closed, you'll see the history of all your orders, and you can sort them by the symbols. So you want to see all the Euro USD trades you won or lost, you pick the Euro USD, right? You can also sort it right here by the time you open it, the time you closed it, or by the profit. So it's not going to necessarily do it by the symbol, but it'll do it by these preset sorting options. All right, if you hit the calendar, so again you can see all the trades that you lost today. If you hit today, right, you can see all the trades that you won or lost for the week if you hit week, and you guys get the idea. So you can even do a custom period, right? You can tell it, okay, I want to see everything I have from like the beginning of the year, right, to like right now, right? So done, right? And you do that, and it'll show you all of those trades in that time period. All right. This other one is the news. So you'll just have random news about any given pair that just happen to have some news that's worth looking at. This over here is if you register with MQL5, this would be a way for you to get messages from their platform and things that they have going on, just to keep you informed about their whole MT4 software, any new robots they come out with, any new features and things like that. That's what that's all going to be about. So that's pretty much like a little quick thing for you guys. If you got any questions, please let me know. Now is the time.